Hello there and welcome to this episode of Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Reiser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill right here in Hammond. I'm Alan Waddell and joined as always by the head baseball coach of your Southeastern Lions, Coach Matt Reiser. And Coach, thanks for being here. Another productive week for your club. You go 3-1 overall. You take a Southland Conference Series, have a big victory against Tulane, and also some big news as Jamison Fisher was named to the mid-season Division I Baseball in Perfect Game All-American team.
Yeah, a good week for our club. We wanted to finish that thing out there on Sunday. We got close, just couldn't get the right bounce, but overall a good week for our club to go on the road and do what we did. Obviously, very deserving recognition there for Jamison Fisher, leading the country in batting average, leading the country in on-base percentage. He's top 5 in many other categories, but definitely well-deserving of that award as well.
Matt, we're going to take a look at the highlights coming up here. Knock off Tulane again. You sweep the season series against those guys. That's always big. They were ranked both times you played them. Got a big week coming up this week. We're going to talk about that more on the program. But certainly this time of the year, some very good clubs on that schedule.
Yeah, and this is really the time to start playing your best baseball of the year. The back end of the season, you want to start really fine-tuning those things. We've gotten the bullpen figured out a little bit. That's helped us late in ball games, have some wins that we lost early there in the year. And offensively, obviously, we want to keep things rolling. We've got some new guys plugged in there that have earned the right to start every day. And so hopefully those guys hit some hot streaks and we keep rolling.
All right, well, let's take our first break. When we come back, we're going to get to all the highlights right here on Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Reiser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill.
Welcome to Buddy's Bar and Grill, located at 1236 South Morrison Boulevard in Hammond. Buddy's is home to great steaks, fresh seafood, and friendly service. Buddy's has been voted the best steakhouse and best restaurant in Tangipahoa Parish. With over 2,500 square feet and 3 large dining rooms, Buddy's can accommodate any party. Buddy's goal has always been to wow customers with their food and prices. Owner Scott Henderson and his family have always believed in giving customers good deals for their hard-earned money. Stop by Buddy's Bar and Grill for dinner and a drink. For more information on Buddy's, please visit buddyshammond.com.
This is the time. This is Ford Truck Month.
Let me hear you say truck. Yeah, let's crank it on up. Yeah.
Ford F-Series is America's best-selling truck, and with over 25 million sold in the past 39 years, no wonder it's the #1 choice in the hardest-working industries out there. This is the place. This is Ford Truck Month. Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 cash back on F-150.
Truck, yeah!
Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Reiser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill. The Lions would open their week on the road in New Orleans at Turchin Stadium against the Tulane Green Wave. Here's the highlights. Here we go, midweek contest down on the road against the Tulane Green Wave, and this would be a fantastic ball game all the way from the first pitch until the final out of the game. As always a good matchup whenever these two clubs get together.
Yeah, we knew going in it was going to be a big bout. There's been a big aura put around this series the last couple of years. A lot of people said this is the reason we didn't get into the NCAA tournament last year because we got swept by Tulane, so we knew how important the game was, and I think both clubs did. And unfortunately saw the double there down the line. This was kind of a back and forth ball game. We had the lead there 2-0. We kind of misplayed a double play ball there down the line, and then all of a sudden the wild pitch. But we bring in Cliff Hurst, the big right-hander, does a good job inducing the ground ball there. We get the double play ball and really get out of a chance of a big inning there and tie 2-2.
Matt, down the stretch of this one, kind of an ugly baseball game. Made some mistakes on both clubs, but your team would make more plays, and this was one of them. Drew Avens comes out, and this was actually when you're trailing in the ball game and have a chance to come back.
Yeah, we talked about it. It was a heavyweight bout. Both guys put their hands down, so to speak. It wasn't very fundamental, but both teams just kept throwing blows. We go down 5-3. We respond here well. Drew Avens leads it off with a double. We get another guy on, so we get first and second. Big 2-strike bunt there by Schwarner. The first baseman throws it away, and then obviously the route start here. We do a good job of responding with 3 of our own. You see the big base knock here by Brennan Bro, through the 4-hole. He's came through with a lot of big knocks here, especially as of late. And we got first and third here cooking with 1 out with it tied 5-5.
Matt, this is a big play in the ball game right here. Jamison Fisher's up. It's first and third. He's going to hit the sacrifice fly down left field, but This is going to score a run, but I think a big part of this play is that Bro gets to second base.
Yeah, it was a huge part of the play. You never get enough runs, especially in a midweek ball game like this, when your bullpen's a little depleted from the weekend. And Brennan does a good job of taking second base there on the sac fly, and this is why. Webb Bobo comes through with 2 outs. They go to the lefty trying to match up with him, and he rips a line drive there to right field to make this thing 7-5. And obviously we'd find out here in the 9th inning that it was a big run for us.
It certainly was, as they would make it 7-6. They'd have it first and second, nobody out. Cade Grande pitches out of it. The Lions win. This was a very exciting one down in New Orleans. Big victory for your club. Well, Matt, anytime you can go down on the road to New Orleans and Turchin Stadium, that's obviously a big victory. You sweep the season series against the Tulane Green Wave.
Yeah, a big series for us to take. First time we've swept since 1993, and to be honest with you, a lot of media in the NCAA put a lot of war around that series the last couple of years. They really said that was probably the reason we didn't get into the NCAA tournament last year in that large bid. So proud of our guys for going down there, taking care of business. Never an easy place to play, never an easy environment to play in. But to go out there and win that heavyweight bout was a good victory for us.
Well, on the weekend, the Lions would go on the road up to Natchitoches, Louisiana to take on Northwestern State. Here's the highlights of Game 1 on Friday night. Here you go, Friday night on the road in Natchitoches. As the Demons and the Lions, we get together. And, Matt, this was a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel on Friday night.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have their calendar circled for this ball game. Nolan, Sedetall, and Aller, both of them are very well respected in the league. Probably the best 1-2 punch, or close to being the best 1-2 punch in the league, so to speak. Aller was a freshman of the year, his freshman year, and then obviously Sedetall, what he did last year. Sedetall got off to a little bit of a rough start. Walked a couple guys, hit a guy, but we do a fantastic job. This is, again, where Kyle's experience comes into play. He does a good job of settling down the ball game and end up getting the fly out here. They tag there from second base, go to third, but really had a chance to be a big inning for him, and we end up eliminating the inning. As you see the cutter there in for the strikeout to get out of the ball game or get out of the inning. Certainly
a huge sequence in the ball game. They had a chance to jump on you early in Game 1, and Kyle limited the damage. Tremendous job by him. Here's Webb getting started with a walk.
Yeah, Aller doesn't do this very often. You don't see a whole lot of walks out of him. He just has pinpoint command, and he lost a little bit of command here for a little bit. We do a fantastic job. You can see he really nibbled around the zone there. We had first and second off the 2 walks, and then red hot Drew Ravens. You saw the big knock there against Tulane. I think he had 3 or 4 knocks that night, and he comes through with a big base hit here, RBI single to right field. Team was able to jump on top 1-0 here in the second inning. Always big to get on top on the road. Had a chance to maybe add more, but you got to tip your hat sometimes. That was a great pitch. Yeah, we face a Friday night guy. This is exactly what we talk about. Got to take some advantage of your opportunities. We get the strikeout. They really got third and less than 2, but Kyle does a fantastic job going right back to work. Brim Bro makes a nice play there. Again, against this right-hander, had some moments where we felt like we had a chance and had him really on the ropes, but just couldn't get that big 2-out knock to score some of these guys. And you see Kyle Sedetall right back to work. Sam doing a good job blocking the ball up. Really after the first 2 innings, Kyle really settled back into his own and did a fantastic job of keeping us in the ball game to give us a chance. You see this was kind of a scary moment for us. The third baseman, Fry, hits a sharp comebacker. He actually wore off the glove and the palm there. That young man's tough enough. He knows what Friday night is and how important it was for him to stay in the ball game. So does a good job staying in the game here and gets the fly out there to center field to end the inning and keep the lead 1-0. Again, another nice play there by Schwarner. Kyle did a fantastic job. Didn't have a whole lot of punch-outs on the night, but really allowed the defense to make some nice plays. And even this play here by Carson was a big-time play. Do a good job of communicating back and forth. And Carson makes the play there, and lo and behold, he leads off the next inning there with a base knock up the middle. This kind of came down to who was going to make a mistake, as both pitchers were really good, pitched deep into the ball game. Both guys really played good defense overall all night long. You can see another nice play there by Carson after we had hit into a double play on the hit and run. We go to Cade Grenier. Cade, I tell you what, man, that young man, he can handle a moment really, really well. Comes in the ball game here, second and third, 1 out. Does a fantastic job of eliminating the inning where they get the sac fly. That's all they get. And then Tyler Schwarner comes up the 9th inning and gets a big base knock here with 2 outs. Finally get that 2-out knock back up the middle there. Take that lead 2-1, and that'd be all that Cade Grenier would need.
Certainly was. It was his second appearance of the week. Had the big save against Tulane, and then another big situation. He gets the last out of the ball game for your club. Lions win it 2-1. Certainly a pitcher's duel on Friday night as the Lions move to 12-1 in Southland Conference play. On this one, Kyle Sedetall, fantastic once again. He'd go into the 7th inning of this one. Still the conference's leader in ERA. Only 4 hits, only 4 punch outs, but got a lot of soft contact in this one. We just saw it there. Kyle Sedetall, outstanding once again. Didn't get the win in this one, but man, he sets you up with a good start once again. A quality pitchers matchup. 2-1, you get the victory.
Yeah, you know, like we talked about a little bit in the highlights, I think a lot of people circled their calendar on this one, and Kyle did not come out very sharp, but to eliminate the first inning, not to give up any runs the first inning after the way he started, and also give us what he did from that starting standpoint, definitely gave us a chance to win that ball game there late in the game, 2-1.
All right, let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the rest of the highlights right here on Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Riser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill.
Lions Baseball is supported by Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction, located in SLU's hometown, Hammond, Louisiana. Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction is a dealer-only auction.
For more information on Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction or their upcoming charity golf tournament, please visit www.lafcaa.com or visit Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction on Facebook and Twitter. Welcome to Buddy's Bar and Grill, located at 1236 South Morrison Boulevard in Hammond. Buddy's is home to great steaks, fresh seafood, and friendly service. Buddy's has been voted the best steakhouse and best restaurant in Tangipahoa Parish. With over 2,500 square feet and 3 large dining rooms, Buddy's can accommodate any party. Buddy's goal has always been to wow customers with their food and prices. Owner Scott Henderson and his family have always believed in giving customers good deals for their hard-earned money. Stop by Buddy's Bar and Grill for dinner and a drink. For more information on Buddy's, please visit buddyshammond.com.
This is the time. This is Ford Truck Month.
Let me hear you say truck. Yeah, let's crank it on up. Yeah.
Ford F-Series is America's best-selling truck, and with over 25 million sold in the past 39 years, no wonder it's the #1 choice in the hardest-working industries out there. This is the place. This is Ford Truck Month. Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 cash back on F-150.
Truck, yeah.
Your eyesight is so important, and when it comes to your eye care, let the friendly staff at the Bond Roten Eye Clinic care for you. Doctors Hunter Bond and Chris Roten, along with their staff of trained doctors, are committed to providing every patient with quality care. The Bond Roten Eye Clinic has the latest medical technology and eye care to help you, the patient. With over 14 years of experience, the Bond Roten Eye Clinic has 3 locations to serve you, with offices in Denham Springs, Hammond, and Amite. So if it's a checkup, glasses, or LASIK surgery, you need to visit the Bond Roten Eye Clinic. For more information on the clinic, please visit bondroteneyeclinic.com. Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Riser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill. The Lions took Game 1 of the series against Northwestern State in Natchitoches, and they would look to take the series on Saturday. Here's the Game 2 highlights. Coming back out on Saturday, looking to take the series, and you send Max Soroller to the mound. And this is a guy that a few weeks ago, I don't want to say the light came on for him, but he certainly has pitched very well over the last month of the season.
Yeah, the old birthday boy. It was his 21st birthday on Saturday. He gets the start, and I tell you what, was absolutely electric. You see old Papa Doc there looking at the scouting report.
He's breaking it down.
Yeah, trying to give me some info there on how to play the guys, and you know, I thought we did a good job. Mac did a good job of setting the tone early. Really allowed the offense to get pretty comfortable here in this one, and took us a couple innings to get to the left-hander. The left-hander had some success early against us, but you know, we end up getting to him here in the 3rd inning. After Mac would get the pop out here, Mac really threw well. You know, even the walks he had, they had to grind out their walks they got, and ended up having 9 punch-outs as well. One of Taylor Schwanner's base knocks here to left field. He ended up having 2 on the day. Peppered that 6-hole twice, and you know, a little miscommunication here. Didn't get the sign the right way, and unfortunately gets picked off there. But Mac, again, just so tremendous in his command of all pitches he had. He had the fastball, curveball going. They kind of started fighting off the breaking ball a little bit, and as soon as we go to the changeup, got him back off of it. Really settled in to pitch a solid 7 innings for us, or 6 innings for us. Jacob Stewart's going to lead this one off. He hits the ground ball there, second base in the air, kind of get the end of started here for the 5 runs. Does a good job of getting down the line. We do a good job here getting a good jump on the left-hander. Taking second base, put some pressure. You know, I thought we ran the bases really well on Saturday, to be honest with you. Did a good job with left-hander taking a couple bags. And again, I think the biggest part of this, you know, didn't have a whole lot of hits to show for this. You can see another good job of base running here. We advanced on the pass ball. You can see us advance here on a wild pitch, which is actually a big play for us because we get the run here. So the next play you're going to see here is going to be a sac fly to center field. You know, we only get 1 run if we don't run the bases as well as we did here. But did a good job of really running the bases well and really dominating the zone. You know, late in the ball game, really had a lot of walks. I think we ended up having 9 or 10 free passes between walks and HBPs. And allowed a lot of base runners to allow us to run the bases the way we did. I think we only finished the game with 7 or 8 hits, but did a good job of giving what they took, what they gave us.
That was also Jamison Fisher's 40th RBI of the year. As continues his outstanding offensive season. Well, Bobo flares one in there, and you have something else going here offensively.
Yeah, and again, we talk about the base running. You know, this is one that most guys end up probably getting thrown out at third base on. Midyat does a fantastic job of seeing the ball down there on the 1 hop. Again, puts pressure on the defense, allows us to move up on the air throw there, and pitch second and third now. So now the infield's drawing in, up 3-0. And Ryan Byers does a good job. The infield drawn in, just going right back up the middle with a 2-out base knock. We get thrown out at second base there, trying to again be aggressive. But overall, really thought we did a fantastic job running the bases to really pull this one out.
Great play there by Jacob Stewart. We all know about his defensive prowess in center field.
Nice play here by Brennan Bro. Safe there at first base, but a good turn there in the middle. Just making sure we got the out. And there you go. See Max Scroller again with that breaking ball. Does a good job of freezing the hitter there. Strike 3 looking. I think out of the 9 strikers, I think he actually had 6 of them looking. And Carson Kreitz, a nice defensive play there. That's not an easy play by any means. And here's where we talk about later in the ball game. Just do a fantastic job of taking what they give us. You know, they walk the bases loaded, walk a run in here. Guys stayed very disciplined, and then when he did throw it in the zone, you know, here's a base knock to left field to get another run in home. Still got the bases loaded. We ended up getting 1 more in here, make it 8-0.
Nice job adding on.
Yep, fantastic job. There's another base knock. Get another run in there. And then we go to the bullpen here with Peyton Robinson. You know, P-Rob looked pretty good at 7th inning there. Getting a little bit of a jam there. They got 1 off of him, I believe, and does a good job pitching out of it. Lions finish it off 8-5.
Lions get this one 8-5. They take the series against Northwestern State in this one. 8 runs on 9 hits. Pretty good job offensively by this club. Max Roller, once again, fantastic on the mound. 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 9 punch-outs in 6 innings. Matt, you take the series on Saturday. This is a game where you jump out with a big lead. You got a little closer there at the end, but you're able to take game 2 of the series and take the series against Northwestern State.
Yeah, you know, a good job of our guys jumping out there and knowing what was at stake there on the road. And we jump out, get the lead, and do a good job of closing things out. You know, that Northwestern bunch is never an easy bunch to play. They always play us hard, play us tough. Lane's done a fantastic job with that program up there, getting the right guys to play hard. And but, you know, we had our horse. Once we brought in Cade Grenier to finish that thing off, they knew the game was over.
All right, Mez, let's talk about Sunday, Game 3 of this one. Didn't go the way you wanted it to. You fell behind early. You drop a close one there in Natchitoches. I know it's hard to sweep those guys up there, but certainly had your chances on Sunday.
We really did, you know, just couldn't get the big hit. You know, we had some bad at-bats with guys in scoring position. Hit some balls hard without guys in scoring position. Then we couldn't get the fall to extend there. And, again, like we talked about, it's a resilient bunch. You know, they did a good job of coming out, throwing the first punch. You know, we try to come back. They make a big-time play there in the 9th inning to keep it for the win instead of us tying it up. So kudos to those guys. But overall, I think a good week for our club to go on the road 4 games and take 3 out of 4.
All right, let's pop up those Southland Conference standings. And, Matt, a familiar spot for your club right on top there at the number 1 position, currently sitting at 13-2 after 15 games. You see kind of unique Lamar's 3 games back there at 10-2, but they have not played a conference series in there. Sam Houston's up there, McNeese State's up there, so still a lot to be played at some teams right there nipping at your heels.
Yeah, it's going to be really a tight match. Year in, year out, it is there at the top of the pack, and it always usually comes down that last weekend, and I think this season's going to be no different. We get through the first half of conference at 13-2. We get the break out of conference break here now with ULL. We'll talk about here in a second, but I think the first half of conference we took care of business like we were supposed to.
All right, well, let's take our final break. When we come back, we'll take a look at our Lion profile and our scout report for this weekend right here on Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Reiser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill right here in Hammond. Stay with us.
Welcome to Buddy's Bar and Grill, located at 1236 South Morrison Boulevard in Hammond. Buddy's is home to great steaks, fresh seafood, and friendly service. Buddy's has been voted the best steakhouse and best restaurant in Tangipahoa Parish. With over 2,500 square feet and 3 large dining rooms, Buddy's can accommodate any party. Buddy's goal has always been to wow customers with their food and prices. Owner Scott Henderson and his family have always believed in giving customers good deals for their hard-earned money. Stop by Buddy's Bar and Grill for dinner and a drink. For more information on Buddy's, please visit buddyshammond.com.
This is the time. This is Ford Truck Month.
Let me hear you say truck. Yeah, let's crank it on up. Yeah.
Ford F-Series is America's best-selling truck, and with over 25 million sold in the past 39 years, no wonder it's the #1 choice in the hardest-working industries out there. This is the place. This is Ford Truck Month. Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 cash back on F-150.
Truck, yeah.
Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Reiser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill right here in Hammond. It's now time for this week's Lion Profile, and this week we take a look at your Saturday starter, Max Roller.
Max Roller is 1/3 of an amazing Southeastern weekend starting pitching rotation. Roller takes to the hill every Saturday, and Mac's been amazing ever since being challenged by the coaching staff in week 3 of the season.
It just made me dig deeper, knowing that they could possibly move me down to midweek. That just made me dig deep and, find it in me to go out there and do what I came here to do, just those strikes, get people out and win ball games.
Roller came to Southeastern 2 years ago out of Denham Springs High School. After stepping into the Pat for the first time, Mac knew Southeastern was the best option for him.
Just the atmosphere mainly, coming to the Pat and seeing how well the fans interact with each other and how close the teammates and coaching staff is. I just felt at home.
Roller's chosen to major in biology after being influenced by his uncle.
I've always liked biology. It's always been an interesting subject for me in class. My uncle is a dentist, and he was a biology major, so growing up, it's always been biology,
Mac comes from a baseball family. He has 2 uncles, Ben McDonald and Brett Laxton, that both excel on the baseball diamond, pitching in the College World Series and the pros.
I've learned tons. I go back and watch videos of my Uncle Ben or my Uncle Brett, pitching in college, and I can just watch and see what they do. And if I'm struggling or something, I can call them on the phone. They can, talk me through it and just get me through anything. It's huge, being able to have 2 people who did the same thing that I'm doing right now. And
this past Saturday, Mac went out at Northwestern State and pitched 6 innings of 2-hit baseball, picking up his 5th win of the season on his birthday, too.
Pretty good birthday present, if you ask me.
Yeah, I know your parents were out there handing out cupcakes when the guys got off the bus. How fun was that?
It was fun, just getting a bunch of the teammates to come in and celebrate, and especially after a big win, it's good.
Mac took a little time to celebrate the win on his birthday, having dinner with his parents that night. But as soon as things began to wind down, Roller started thinking about UL Lafayette and his next time on the bump.
Immediately after my start, I started getting prepared mentally for my next start next week.
So you don't take time to enjoy it, celebrate it?
I mean, I do, but I'm always thinking about my next start. It's just what I do.
Matt, this was a guy coming into the year that obviously had a lot on his shoulders. You moved him to the Saturday role, kind of out of that closer role a year ago as a freshman, and Not say it didn't get off to a great start, but certainly these last 4 weeks he's been a different guy.
Yeah, had some high expectations. Come off that freshman All-American year, had a great summer. We moved him out of the closing role into the starting role like you talked about, and started that this summer. And, got off to a good start early in the season and kind of hit a rough patch there. We challenged that young man, and the young man's answered that challenge, obviously, in the last 3 or 4 outings. Fantastic job of going out there, pumping strikes, and getting a lot of punch-outs there.
All right, Matt, I think any of our fans would certainly be lying if they didn't agree that when they looked at the schedule, this was the week they might be looking the most forward to. You have ULL for a 3-game series right here in the middle of conference play, and then on the road at LSU, you certainly get to know what you're made of as far as in the state goes here in these next 4 ball games.
Yeah, usually when scheduling is done, the guys try to spread it out a little bit, from a scheduling standpoint. When they get all their opponents put together, they try to spread out their tough opponents. We like to try to put them together, and the reason being that, because at the end of the season, when you're trying to win championships, no games to give me. And not saying that any games we've played this year have, but also we're playing our toughest opponents here in this stretch, this 2-week stretch going back and forth. So, here it is again, great Louisiana baseball. Couldn't ask for a better situation to play ULL and LSU all in the same week. So I think a lot of the Louisiana fans and Southeastern fans are going to get a lot of their fun here this week.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. Just a reminder, on Saturday, April the 16th, it is Super Lion Saturday. There's a lot going on. Just about every athletic team we have on campus is in action, and it's all kind of highlighted around that ULL matchup right here in Hammond against Southeastern. It's going to be a great atmosphere for college baseball, and also obviously a great time for your team to be showcased against some national opponents there on the weekend against LSU in the midweek. Yeah,
and a big thing for RPI. We keep talking about this RPI deal, and not that I'm a big fan of it based off this mathematical formula, but you go into it, ULL's 23 and LSU's 18 according to RPI, right. And we'll get a couple of those games there on the road, which is always helpful as well. So, both clubs, quality clubs. I think it's going to be a fun time. I think it's going to be a great experience, and can't beat a Louisiana Saturday night at the pad against ULL.
No doubt about it. That's what it's all about. This is the weekend. You certainly, if you haven't made any games, you want to make it this weekend right here to the pad. That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. For Coach Matt Reiser, I'm Alan Waddell. See you next week.
Consistent with his mechanics.
This one's lined over shortstop in the left center field. Racing over is Carthon. It's going to skip past him all the way to the wall. Around third is Bobo, and he will score standing. A head-first slide will get Avans into third. The ball squirting free, but it's backed up by France.
Simple ground ball to second. There it is.
And actually reaches right field. 1 run is in. Around third is Schroner, but he will stay there. Schroner will stay at third base as Roberson scores. We are at 320 average. That's a powerful lineup. He rips one right side base hit. Around third and heading home is Bro. Here comes the throw from right fielder Kaplan. It is not in time. On to third. Moves mid yet.